pandemic, and COVID happened, and I was in school, and I got my degree, as y'all know, in 2022. And I just wanted to put it out there that you're never too late to finish what you started. And I was like, I wouldn't feel complete if I didn't have my license. I've been wanting to get my license for a long time, but different things happen in life, sometimes, especially like with school. No, I'm not gonna say school, because while I was in school, that's when I was getting my lessons in. But not even school, just like distractions and stuff. And I was like, you know what? I need to get my license. It's not even about getting a car. It's just the liberation of having a license, right? The liberation of going to rent a car versus taking a bus somewhere. Like when you have your license, it gives you freedom. Your passport, I got my passport when I was 28 years old. There's no shame in my game. I got my degree when I was 33. I moved out of my parents' crib when I was 22, which is kind of young, but just to let you know, you do things on your pace, right? So comment, like, and subscribe to all my travelers out there, and I'm talking to my drivers. If you've driven abroad or if you drive, I wanted to know y'all opinion. Today in a 5-hour class, and it was through Zoom, and that's the best thing, because I took my son to renew his passport. He was on my back about it, and I'm glad we accomplished it. It was in and out. Shout out to Grand Army Plaza. That's where I got my passport. My passport is not expired until another 3 years, but I encourage anybody, if you live in the Brooklyn area, go to Grand Army Plaza for your stuff. They are very professional, very nice. You could come early, and honestly, we were in and out. We got there like 12:20. His appointment was for 1. We got there like 12:20, 12:30. We were done by 1. And that was only because I had to fill out the application, and we were in and out. So we were in, like, the lady had to make sure we had money orders and stuff. So that took like 5-10 minutes. I want to say like 12:40. So like we got in there 12:25, but then somebody was ahead of us. So like all together, we got in the place, and the lady, 1, 2, 3, we were out by 1. The thing took 20 minutes. Like we was in and out like that. So it's really good. Grand Army Plaza, Central Library, passports, right? So I'm happy I'm done with that. That's one thing, because he was really getting my case. I thought it was a real $100 bill laying on the ground. But yeah, so those of y'all who drive, I have brought it up in a class that I went to DR, and when I went to DR, on a cruise, they barely have any street lights, and there's barely any car accidents. Puerto Rico as well. Now Puerto Rico, they got more lights than DR, but the point is, like, compared to New York City, a lot of these places don't have a lot of lights. Even like Poconos and stuff like that, and they're not really known for accidents. Accidents can happen anywhere, but New York City in particular, we have the most accidents. And it's funny because we have a lot of street lights. So my question to my people, do you think we have a lot of accidents because of the culture? Is because the culture in New York City is to drive fast, right? We don't put pedestrians, we don't do nothing slow. Everything is fast here. So comment, like, and subscribe. Why do you feel like New York City has so many accidents? New York City has so many DUIs. And like I said, it happens everywhere, but New York City is just known for just the tomfoolery. And it's sad because children lose their lives. Adults, people are losing their lives. What is the rush, right? Take it slow. That's the topic of today. So if you drive, comment, like, and subscribe. Where's your favorite place to drive? I feel like upstate, the Poconos is like the best place to drive. People that's from raised in America, but they from other countries. They don't know how to drive in other countries, but I feel like it's safer to drive in another damn country because we just so wild and reckless over here. You know, comment, like, and subscribe. What has your driving experience been like? Travel experience. Every time I go away, people say, you are so nice to be a New Yorker. They don't even believe I'm from New York. And that's bad. Like, why are New Yorkers so mean in general and on the road? Comment, like, and subscribe.